Alrighty guys, so today we're just going to jump right into our video. We went to an auction sale that was only like 6 miles from us. They had a bunch of farm equipment, so we went to that. We're not going to do a super long drawn out intro, we're just going to hop right into it. We did get some good stuff. We're super excited about the one thing that we got. We got it for a great price, and Gabe kind of had his eye on it, and that's like the whole point that we went to the sale was for this one item. So thanks for joining us and enjoy the auction sale.
So, how do I know? You are hilarious.
I know I am. Now, what is this?
This is a disc vine that we got at the sale.
For how much?
$1,800, which is kind of a steal. And
Yeah.
I got to do a little work to it, like a new bearing, and I got to fix the PTO shaft on the end. Not that big of a deal, and even with that, it still is a steal. And it's the same size as that one. They're both 12 foots. They're actually from the same era. Like they're built at the same time. But obviously disc vines, I mean, they cut way faster. And it's actually a simpler machine than that one, really, because there's a lot less moving parts and it's easier to get parts, as I just found out, because when I went to get parts for this, no problem, we have them all in stock. But when I go get parts for that, we're ordering things from different places. Some things you can't really get anymore. But hopefully with 2 of them, we'll be able to cut a lot more than we have in the past at once, and we'll have a spare. So, for example, if this one, which will probably get used the most, breaks, I can at least finish the day with that one. Or vice versa. The only thing with this one is it's 1,000 RPM. I have to use the new tractor that we just got, which is cool. But I have to, well, that's not entirely true. This tractor also has 1,000 RPM. I could run it on this tractor, but I don't really want to. So it probably will rarely ever get put on that tractor. But the reason why I say is because I have to switch PTOs back and forth from baling and cutting. So in the event that I was baling at the same time I had somebody cutting, they would probably be cutting with that. But yeah, it's a little rough on the tin work department. I think they've hit a few posts with it. If you notice this over here, I'm fairly confident that what this is called is opening up a field, going around the outside, smacking into trees and fence posts. But underneath it's pretty solid. And
Needs some new with the teeth thing, doesn't it? Or what
yeah,
called?
knives and stuff, which is a very normal. That's just normal wear and tear. But yeah, I got new ones of these that I got today to put on. That one's missing. But I mean, they used it last year. They cut with it, and then which that bearing that I gotta fix must have gone out right when they were done, because they said there was nothing wrong with it, but we got it home and found that bearing. Sorry, didn't think that might be.
Which it was still a steal, because they started it at they tried to start the bid at 5,000.
Yeah.
And then they went all the way down to 1, and then Gabriel bid on it.
Yeah, and it was a very good.
And only one guy bid against him. Then he went again, and then another guy went a couple more times. But once they got to 1,800, he backed out, and he said he was done. Shows the bearing.
Oh,
That's, yeah. And everybody at the auction that knew that we got this said that we got a very good deal on it.
That's the top roller, which we have done. Last year we had to do that top one on that hay bind and on both sides, and it was an absolute pain in the butt. This should be easier, but it will still be a pain in the butt. I think they needed mirrors on their tractor because I feel like they backed into things because they fixed here and here. So that doesn't affect it at all. But yeah. This is the reason I went to that sale, really. Like, I did not expect to get it, but I just had this thing I wanted to go there and see if I got it cheap. Other things I was going to bid on, I didn't because I was holding out for this, even though I knew I couldn't get it. And then somehow I managed to get it, which I was pretty happy about, actually.
He looked like he saw a ghost.
And actually, if we go over there, we can see what else we bought.
And here we have our very stubborn women. They will not have their calves. We are very patiently, not so patiently, waiting for calves.
There's 3 of them that have been acting like we're going to have a calf for 2 weeks now, and they just are.
Our 2 Herefords and Miss Piper over here. They have their udders. They've been showing signs of having calves, but they just won't. Which, our first ones are what? The beginning of May is when they could have been due?
We thought we would have them in, yeah. By now we expected to have 3 calves, and we have 3 cows that look like they're going to have calves.
Yeah.
And actually, the 2 heifers that are out here are both making an udder, so they might even have calves before the cows do. I don't know. And then we have, like, that cow she's not going to be till late. She was our frustrating one from a previous video that was getting bred again after the 14th time.
And then we got the 2 Herefords. They should be having it. Who's the next one? Is that 8?
Yeah, but 23 is over there.
So that would be 8, wouldn't it?
But she's going to be later too.
Yeah.
She calved later. So number 8 way in the back would be. I didn't expect her to be more. She's probably going to be more of like a July or August one. And then there's
because she was a first-time heifer last year.
Yeah, and there's a heifer out here that we're not seeing. She must be hiding behind the building.
I think she is. Oh yeah, Piper's calf. I think she's back there.
Would be, actually, I think she's gonna be probably not for a month yet, but.
And we've had a little update to our fence.
Yeah, we did update the fence.
We've split it, so we've got our steers and 2 young heifers over there.
2 heifers for next year, and our butcher steer are on that side. They get better hay and a little more grain per animal.
These guys still get grain too.
These ones get grain, just not as much, and then they get not as good a hay, which is fine. They don't need it. What they need to do is have babies.
Yeah, very patiently, impatiently waiting for these children to come.
That we bought. I probably paid plenty for it because I got it for $375, which I wasn't going to go above $400, but it's a Ford plow, as you can see there. Somebody obviously threw some paint on it. If you look at the little back furrow wheel back here, it still has the blue on the inside.
And doesn't it say Ford on this one?
And this back bottom right here either is an original, or at least it's as old as when you still got Ford plow bottoms, because it says Ford on it. Those two have been replaced. But it's all here, and it's in pretty good shape, except for it is missing that front bolter, but I feel like they took that off because it would try to hit the tractor.
This is the only thing that he bid on before the disc vine.
Yeah.
It was right before it.
And I have a job that I'm going to go do for somebody with it, which is they're going to pay me what I paid for it. And it will go on our loader tractor that we have. That was the other reason I wanted it, because it seemed like a perfect fit for our loader tractor. And because 2 years in a row I've had people ask me to plow these little couple acre little fields that a big tractor and plow is kind of awkward in, and I think this is going to be nice for that. Plus right now my plowing tractor needs lift arms fixed, so I couldn't use the big plow even if I wanted to. And a big tractor we just got is a little too big for my other plow, so hopefully this will be something that'll be kind of useful. If I do one person's 2 acre field every year for $300 or $400, then that means every single year it pays for itself. And maybe it'll be kind of fun. And I'm pretty sure that I remember my dad always telling me about plowing with his Ford plow and tractor when he was barely out of high school. So he probably would appreciate this, except for it's the wrong color.
So this is our updated pig operation for Miss Piggy. Marshmallow, as some of you may know.
Because she's supposed to be having little piggies very soon.
We're supposed to be having little piggies soon. Obviously, we got, some stuff in the way here, but this was all, had a bunch of stuff in here and old, hay from hay sitting in here. It's all cleaned up, got a nice little fence there. All boarded up so little piggies can't get out. And then once they're bigger, whichever ones we keep will stay over here so she can have her spot still. But she should be popping, what is it, beginning of June?
Yeah, she's like a week or two away.
But she's looking quite round, huh, Miss Piggy? So yeah, keep an eye out for baby pigs and baby calves, hopefully, before I start getting frustrated. This is Gabriel, and did Bryce help at all?
Bryce was, yes.
Bryce's handiwork. And the cat, probably supervised. Hamster?
Hamster, yeah. It's a hamster in the wheel.
Get in it.
What?
Get in it.
No.
Yeah.
Too fast.
You just gotta keep up with it. Go a little faster.
No, I'm good. Good speed right here. I feel like I'm hamster.
And this is our last auction item, our Sioux feeder. It's a little banged up, but we paid $225 for it. I'm very proud of this. This was all my work. There was 3 feeders. There was this one and 2 red ones, and they were bidding on them, and Gabriel was minding his own business, and I stepped up, and I didn't bid on it the first time, and some guy got it for $275, and he got his first pick, and he picked a red one, which I was amazed because this is better than the red ones. So I immediately jumped right in there and started bidding, and at $225 it stopped, and the auctioneers I think had a little fun because I was like the only female there, and they could tell that I was getting right into it. And I got second pick, and before they could ask me what color I wanted, I said yellow. So we ended up with that as well. And they're like, how much brand new?
These are like $600 to $800 ones.
Yeah, they're like $600 to $800 brand new, and I got it for $225 for just a little dinged up.
The red ones are like $400, but
yeah, which we have a red one back. That's like what the other ones were there, but that's an old one that we've had.
Yeah, if you want
guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you got to see our little Miss Cows, our little cow update that we've got out there, as well as our little pig update. We got the horses hanging out here with me today. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks guys, bye.